All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get this party started. It's your boy, the 10X Closer, with the Garage Billionaire Podcast channel, where we bring you all your financial news, information, trading, all of that. Anything to do with money. This is not financial advice, though. Just want to let you guys know. And today we are trading the YM. Let's see what it gives us today. I haven't even done my analysis like that yet. But let's see how it goes. I hope you guys can see my cursor, because this thing has been tripping. Actually, you probably aren't able to see it, but I'll go ahead and fix that eventually. Let's see if we could catch a trade today. Basically, what I was doing was marking out my daily levels, my Asian levels, Asian session levels, London session levels, and we're about to hit New York in the next 58 seconds. And from there, we're going to see if we could find a trade in here. Like I said, I haven't even really done my analysis. There's the London low. That should be it right there. So, bear with me, guys. If you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, baby. Subscribe to the channel. What is this, 9:30? Okay. The ball is rolling. What are we in? We're still bearish. Basically. So what we may want to see, well, the London high, all the highs were taken. So essentially we could just keep on coming down, because there's no particular reason to go up for liquidity. I mean, it could take some more, but let's see. You did take out the London high. And we have some previous lows that we didn't take out, like this Asian low. That could be a target. And this previous London low that wasn't taken out, that could also be a target. So what I want to do is give the market a little time to do its thing. And then we're going to find an entry. And hopefully I can make a couple of bucks today. A couple of bucks. Looks bearish, yeah. We pretty much disrespected this hour imbalance. It's a gap right here, blew right through it. So we should be looking for a push down today. Today is going to be a busy day for me, so this recording may not be that long. So let's see how the cookie crumbles. Garage billionaire. We ain't got no music. Like the Memphis people say, music. We in the garage where all of the top billionaires started, or so they say, while being funded by billionaire or millionaire parents. Let's see if we can find some music. Okay, we just got a strong bounce off the Asian low. That red candle is still strong coming down. I think we're going to break that. So let's see how that pans out.
You guys have been asking me for free AI news? Yeah.
Okay, we didn't close below that, but we didn't sweep the Asian low either. So that should give an indication that still going to be pushing down. See, a support or resistant trader would have taken that bounce because it bounced here. They would have taken that bounce as a buy because it bounced. Well, actually, no. That would have been the first bounce. So that low was created here. We got a bounce here. And they would have said, all right, we're going to take that up because it bounced on there. But no, people, what you want to do when you see something like that, because these are definitely good liquidity zones, instead of using support and resistance like that, wait till it sweeps. Let's say, for instance, in this case, I know it's an Asian low because I set it up that way, because that's what I'm looking for, is liquidity zones. Wait till you get this candle sweep this area, this low, and close above it. Then you would look at that as some sort of support, or I wouldn't even say support, liquidity zone, that it just took liquidity below that area and then came back and closed above, what's that, 838, and then you would take the next green candle. So we did get a little sweep. I'm not really confident of that one. Just gotta wait and see how that candle closes, especially with 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Now, if you're a scalper, you could have probably made a good little quick trade here for 60 points. This market is crazy. This market is moving. These candles don't even seem that big. So we got a little mini sweep. I'm not confident with that sweep. But that thing moving, I ain't gonna lie. But these markets lately have been having like some crazy move. These bounces are like 100 point bounce, and you thinking, oh man, that's a lot of volume. It's going this way, and it totally goes the opposite way. There's a lot of volatility in the market now. Ooh-wee. Now that's a bounce. Now the support and resistance traders. I mean, if that's your 112 points, if that's your technique, by all means, do what you do. You know, because everything works. You just have to find something you're comfortable with to trade. Because this shit is holding. Well, technically, we did get a sweep below the Asian low. Look at that. This was a nice sweep. This was a nice sweep. Tiny. I'm afraid I would be afraid to take that. I like my sweeps a little bigger. That was a massive candle. But is it going to go up? I doubt it. Looks like it just came up here to close this imbalance before we come back down. Now, if no, we still got some imbalances up here. Now, if I was gambling today, I would take this trade. Since we closed this imbalance and we got the 9 EMA. Oh, I need my damn thing. I don't know why my cursor is not showing. I would have taken this trade, but it's not my setup, so I'm not going to do it. Realistically, yeah, that's a swing high and a swing low. That would have been valid. Yeah, we did get into discount, or premium, I should say. See, that would have been a good trade. But it's not my setup, so not taking it. Looking for the full move. And basically my setup is to get inside of an imbalance area. So if I were looking for sales, which in this case, not yet. Because it looks like we want to form a range. This could be possibly forming a range, like right in here. because with this little sweep at the bottom of that Asian low, that could actually take this up back to the London highs. So we could actually go either way. The momentum slowed down from here. The momentum slowed down back at these Asian lows. But the reason I wouldn't have taken that trade, if I were to take a sale, it would definitely have to be let's see. Foot leg, yeah. I'd be looking for a sale up here. I'd be looking for a sale up here, even though we're getting a lot of reaction right there. Patience is key. And that would even be tricky because for some reason I feel like there's a range that wants to want to form from that area I just blocked out a second ago. From here to here. So actually, yeah, a sale up in here, that would definitely be a good sale area and a premium. Unless we pushed all the way back up in here. Which we just took this imbalance earlier. That's why we have this push down here. So if we don't get back up in here, I want to look for a trade in this area. Well, let me find something to where I could mark off. Since my cursor's not working, or not showing. But yeah, that trade off the 9 would have been nice. That would have been a nice one. Yeah, but I would wait for a break below here. I'm going to use this as my cursor. Wait for a break below here, and then wait for a bearish entry to form. But wouldn't have that been a nice trade? That would have been a beautiful entry, beautiful. But unfortunately, it wasn't my setup. I'm trying to implement discipline Where was that entry? That was supposed to be the entry. And for a little over a 1-to-1, we would have hit TP. But to be honest, if I would have taken that, I ain't going for no 1-to-1. Going for a 1-to-4, which would be a previous London low. So what I'm waiting for is some sort of break below the Asian low, create an imbalance for me so I could enter and then take it lower. Is that going to happen? I don't know. However, that's what I would like to happen. And again, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only, because trading makes me happy. And it makes me mad as make me be wanting a break, like right here. Ooh, when I get pissed, look, it's taped up. I done smashed that so many times. Look at that, it's holding this area. So we just got a deeper sweep. We may be playing this range. So if we break higher, which looks like we want to do because that London low, look, and then it closed again. I mean, that Asian low was swept again. I'm going to go pick up some more stops. Now it's pushing even higher. So I guess that's why I wouldn't have taken that trade, because that 1-to-1 wouldn't have worked for me. I mean, money is money, but as you can see, once you get to the 1-to-1 and you go break even, I would have been out of that trade with zilch in my pocket. So if I would take that trade, it would have to be at least a 1-to-2. Or a 1-to-4. But being that we just swept this area right here, and again, I'm starting to notice ranges forming a little bit early. I called a range, so we may be bouncing from down here to up here. And I feel that we didn't take much liquidity up here either. But again, I can't call it because I don't know, you know, how many points you have to be below an area before it's considered a valid sweep that's going to push the market the opposite way. But we know, at least with, how many points is that under? We know with a 7-point sweep, that shit can push 130 points. Yep. But I feel like it's, I don't know. This trade would have still been good, but the way it's moving, I think we're coming up. So, I don't think so, my folks. Let's wait to see what it wants to do. What time is it? 9:53. I can't be here all day. All right, let me pause this for a second. I'll be right back. I'm back. Figure the folks. Okay, we got another sweep below the Asian low. See, my trade actually would have been good. Still didn't take out those highs. Having a little breakfast on live. Trade hunting. I guess my trade would have been fire. But it's not my A plus setup. So I can't mess with it. And that's a good thing about trading. Everything works if you know what you're doing. So, you got people out there fighting about what strategy is the best and this and that and all of that bullshit. Yo, everybody got their own strategy. As many traders as it is out there, everybody do their own thing, and it works for them. You may think one trader is better than the other because they have more money or their trades are bigger. No, it's just the fact that their trades are bigger. They're using bigger lot sizes. Just because you made $10,000 on a trade doesn't mean you better than me because I made $100 on that trade. We took the same exact trade. Your lot size was just bigger. You working with more. So that's why consistency is important. Because once you're consistent and you're able to build a buffer, then you could take bigger trades. Not even necessarily bigger as in points or, swinging in terms of, taking a massive trade. You could take a regular trade, 20, 30 points, 10 points, and make a shitload of money because you're sitting on a $50,000 account and you just made some good money by risking a decent amount that's not going to affect your 50K buffer or cushion. And this trading game is dirty with all these influencers out here now. Everybody's always backstabbing somebody else. Everybody's a fake. guru. Everybody's always looking for somebody using demo accounts, flaws, and all of that shit. And the way I look at it is, oh, if you don't trade live, then you don't know how to trade. I think all of that shit is bullshit in a sense. If you know how to trade, you should tell if a person knows how to trade just by watching them, whether it's recorded or not. Or I should say, whether it's live or not. The problem is everybody thinks they're better than somebody else, or their strategy works better than somebody else's. See, now we're creating, we're just bouncing back and forth in this little area. Right here. It's almost like we're creating a mini range. So it essentially what we want to see, I would say, is a breakout above this box, either to the top or the bottom. But the top, you would want to see more of a breakout because essentially we're bearish, and to be honest, I would take an entry right here to push down some more. I wouldn't look for buys until we actually inversed this imbalance right here and get a close above it. And I would take that for maybe 80 points, which is nice. That's a possibility. But to be honest, I don't like price action. Look at this big green candle. That's crazy. Big spike right back down. Almost to where I would want to enter the sell. But it didn't go inside of that. I'd love to see it go to at least the center line of that imbalance before I mess with it. But I do like that rejection from that area. But see, look at that. It closed right back inside of that box that I marked out. Now tell me, that's not skills? I don't know what I'm talking about. So we got this little range here. We need a breakout. I could trade the range, but I hate trading them because by the time you notice it's a range, actually I'm getting better of identifying ranges or consolidations a little bit earlier. But every time I try, it's like right now, let's say I'm like, oh shit, look at that close inside. It's a range. And then as soon as I decide to, all right, let me just take these sales down, it go ahead and break to the top side and break that range and keep going. Then I'm asked out. So that's why I just like to stick to what I know. But it definitely came in and closed perfectly inside of that range. Time on my clock is ticking. Probably got another hour on the charts before I gotta wrap up. That would have been a nice range trade. See? Looks like it want to break to the top. And that's why I don't trade the range. But then again, that could also be a false breakout for a range trader because he's thinking it's going to go. But then it actually hits inside of this imbalance and bounce off that 200 EMA, this orange one, and come shooting right down. See, I'm bearish, so I'm not even looking for buys. I don't care if it goes up. It would literally have to break out of this. I would call it the parent range, not this little range, for me to take a buy, but I'm looking for sales. I'm trading very small with these accounts. I would like to see this setup play out now. Right now I'm starting off 2 micro. Did we get a break? Yep. Got a little break out of that range. Think we're gonna get a fake push up. Like I said, I'm trading 2 micro. YM contracts. And I'll scale up on the trade as it goes my way.
see. You want to reverse this? Hmm? Easy. Let me go check over there and see.
Across the street?
You know what that's.
Where are you talking about?
Huh?
Where are you talking about?
On Johnson? What across the street you talking
In Johnson. Alright. That should have been my entry right there. You still got 2 minutes. I want to see how this candle closes. Yes, I got on pants. Damn. Let's see where this candle closed for this sale. Because we got a nice rejection outside of that. Imbalance, although we're pushing back up into it. We didn't quite hit, did we? Yeah, we probably did. We did hit equilibrium. 24 seconds, let's see. Where this closes. I like the rejection. Alright. I'm in, guys. Am I in? Okay. Yeah. Let's see if it works. So I'm in, guys. Let's watch this play. Okay, we're looking good so far. Looking good. Let's go. Did I not call it out? I wish I would have got in a little bit earlier, but I want to see where the next candle close. Did I not call it? But I want to see it push all the way now. We need to go now. All right, what I'm gonna do, and we still got 2 minutes left. I'm gonna increase my position and go to break even. Maybe I should wait. Let me see how this candle closed first. I want to see a close below. See, we got a little gap right here that I want to break below. Oh yeah, 114 points. Am I not a bad boy? Let me go break even here and see how we play this. If we get a bounce, I'm gonna close it, and the reason being is I want to see this gap be inversed. Damn, I should have went in bigger. All right, let me lock in some more profits. If we can't break that, I'm closing it. Break it, baby. Break it. Because if that doesn't break right there, it's gonna flip all the way back up. Okay, nice break. Let's go. Ain't that beautiful, y'all? Tell me that wasn't a beautiful trade. Tell me I ain't call that moth out. Okay, we got a nice close. So we did inverse that. Ooh, nice trade. Okay, this is really all I need for the day. This is all I need for the day. This is all I need for the day. Let me lock in my daily thing. Let's go, baby. Woo! Tell me that wasn't a beautiful trade. Tell me, yes or no? We probably gonna get that bounce back up. Boom. 168 points, just like that. I could have held it, but I ain't playing today because I got somewhere to be. But, and that's what I love about trading, baby. That's 168 points, multiple accounts. As you can see, I'm copy trading. This is the leader account. And boom, we got that bounce right at the bottom of that range. Nice, nice, nice. Nice trade. Nice trade. That's what? 51 minutes. We'll call it at 50 minutes. We'll call it at 50 minutes. Nice trade hit. Almost perfect execution. Called it. Where did I call it? Run back of this play real quick. We're just probably going to run some more. But like I said, I'm not holding anything, especially in this market. This market's been kind of crazy lately. But just to run the playback, the best entry for me was off this leg, this swing high. Let me mark it out since we don't have a cursor. So you got the market swing high right here. And I had a swing low. Well, what I marked out at first was a swing low right there. So this leg of the trade from up here to down here, I marked that out with my GAN box. And so basically this is a PD array type of box, my premium and discount areas. And I found an entry in my discount area. So remember what I was talking about, that entry below here? Let me mark that out too. When I was talking about the entry in this area, that would have gave us like, you know, like 80 something points or whatever. But that wasn't my A+ setup. So I wasn't going to take it. Did it play out? Yes, we got a 1-to-1 off of that. But that's not what I was looking for. You know, my setup, you know, I take sales from a premium, and this played out, and this sale played out into my premium area. Sniper type look at that. Played out into my premium area that I marked out. Boom. We hit that zone. Now, I didn't take a limit order. I didn't take the limit order. I didn't take the limit order. I went in market. Just in case it would have pushed up all the way. So boom, as you can see, that entry was a sniper entry. I should have went normal lot size on that. That would have been a sweet day. Right quick. 5 minutes. How could you, I mean, damn. You could do 160 something points in 5 minutes. That's crazy. Beautiful. Actually, it went over 200 points. I just was trailing it to see if it'd break below here and go down. But long story short, I took my sale at a premium area instead of here, which was still a little premium. But it was right over the 50%. I took it above the 25% zone, or actually right at the 25% zone. And I pushed it down to the bottom of this range. I see we having a hard time breaking it, so why hold a trade? You know, that was a good area for me to take profit. Now, is it going to push below? Yeah, we might come all the way down. Even further, because remember, we still have this Asian low, you know, to take. But did I want to sit in that trade? No. Do I know if it's going down there right now? No. We could still be bouncing in this little range zone for who knows how long, and maybe break to the top side, and then it decide to come back down here tomorrow. But anyway, let me go ahead and cut this video. If you like the way I trade, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to try to trade I'm gonna try to be go live. Actually, I've been having a hard time setting up. I've been having a hard time setting up the YouTube streaming. So I can hit that. Look at that. It's going, baby. It's going. Let's just watch this for a little bit. See, this is what I hate. We were getting a bounce off of that area all that time. And then as soon as I get in, we want to break further. But then again, it could still close above that Asian high and get right back into the range. Maybe push a little higher. So I'm not mad, you know. I'm up. I'm good. There's been a green week. You don't have to trade every day, you know. Just wait for your setups. Win or lose. Protect your funds. That's how you make it in this game. Protect your funds. You ain't got to go big all the time. I'm going to milk these you know, a couple micro contracts at a time. But anyway, like I said, I'm out of here. Like this this video. Subscribe. Oh, I just hate watching it go. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Well, no, I'm traveling tomorrow. Maybe I'll see y'all tomorrow if I trade early. But anyway, let me get from in front of this screen before I start really regretting cutting that trade. But it's your boy, the 10X Closer, the Garage Billionaire Podcast. Oh, this baby is going. Now I'm upset. Now I am upset. But your boy is good. Your boy is good. Come on now. Come on. I'm going to holla at y'all.